Okay. Well, that was the voice of Miss Natasha Mohammed. Thank you for sharing, Natasha. Up next, we've got Mr. Puran Panchu. And if you could introduce yourself, tell us your role in the union as you represent your the Presbyterian Primary School and some of the grievances and whatever you would like us all to know, to be aware of.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Puran Pancha. I work at Grant Memorial Presbyterian School in San Fernando. I'm also a member of the union on the executive committee. Some issues that I need to address, not only in my school but in other schools, which we need to address is like basically is relationship with principal and cleaner. As what Mr. Melvin was saying, favorism is not a part of work. I find everybody should be equal, right? Secondly, we need all principals to be considerate, right, and not demanding. Be lenient on things that you think you're going to get done or you want done, but you have to consider the issues too. And thirdly, be just and fair. Equal opportunity for all, though not one-sided. Not because you will get something done from me that, okay, I favor him. And you let's leave the other person and looking at, okay, you feel left out because the other cleaners, they will say, well, we can't do nothing about it. We have to leave you alone, the principal, and he's a real good friend. But all in all, no matter what the issue is supposed to be, I think everybody's supposed to be treated equal. Okay?
Absolutely.
Right? And the issue about salary department, that is something very, very important, which we get paid for 2 months. And I have a statement that I wrote here concerning my basic need and what I need to do, like my bank loan. I'm willing to call it out. So it's $1,100 plus interest for the past 2 months. So that's 2,200 plus interest. My court's bill, right? That's $499, which I haven't paid in 2 months. We have my traveling allowance. I don't have a vehicle. I have to go through and from school. And light bill. It have phone bill and water bill. That is very, very important because was not good going to lay and say, okay, we'll come back tomorrow. They don't want to hear that. TNTech don't want to hear that either.
Correct.
You understand? So these things concerning salary is very important. And I find the Ministry of Education, the Permanent Secretary, and the whoever in charge of the Finance Department, they need to address this in a very urgent manner.
Well, I thank you very much for sharing, Puran Panchu. I mean, it's really, really distressing to hear what you all are going through. I mean, it's unbelievable that in 2012 that people are not being paid their salaries and they expect you to continue to work as usual.
And they need you really to come to the principal and say, look, for example, I supposed to to work today, but Mr. Melvin Hussein called me and said, okay, we having a meeting up here. So I said, okay, I'll be up here. So I took time to come up here with the permission of the principal because I was supposed to come out to work today. So I informed her that I'll be attending a meeting here today.
Yes.
Right?
Well, we're very, very happy that you're able to come and that you didn't receive any distressful, what shall I say? There wasn't a lot of distress affiliated with your being able to get the time to come here to
No.
express your grievances.
Yeah, but as Mr. Melvin was saying, not every principal bad. Not every principal bad. They have children, they have understanding, they know what you go through. You understand? Sometimes we do really need to blame the, but it's the people who put them there. They are the people they from the higher authority supposed to look after us because we are the lower class. Well, I won't put myself on lower class. I mean, human beings, we are equal, considering, right?
Correct?
I have nothing like higher class and lower class, right? But what I'm looking at, we want to be equally treated with respect, as just as you would like your respect. You want us to call you Miss, Sir. In this kind of we do call hey fella, come here now. We have something to do. We need like Mr. Panchu, Mr. Melvin, Mr. Oh, these things we need, a relationship like that. So when you have a constant communication and a good relationship, you get things done. You don't get things done then you telling people to do this and doing that and not considerate about things that are going on.
Well, let me ask you a question. Since we talked about the salary issue, and what I'm hearing, well, number one is salary, and number two, what I'm hearing a lot of is the disrespect that you all are receiving on a regular basis. So, in terms of with the meetings with the union, the PSA union, and in terms of having the respect issues addressed, where are you all in terms of that at this point in time?
Well, actually, it depends on again on your principal and the school that you worked. You understand the relationship that you have with your principal or your staff. Now, according to Melvin Hussein, you deal with the staff in a good way, you get good results. You deal with the staff in a bad way, you get bad results. Because you can't ill-treat me and want the best work. Because I tell you personally, you're not going to get that.
Well, in terms of, since you all have been members of the union and you all are aware now of your rights and various issues are being addressed, in terms of, at this point in time with the union, in terms of the disrespect that you all are receiving, where are you all in terms of having those issues
Let
addressed?
me answer this question. Let me answer this for you. I'll give you a little story first. What happened? I don't want to call the school name or the cleaner name, but I had a cleaner that was told there was a function in school, and she had to come and clean chicken. Was that okay? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. And she told them that she had the virus, and the principal is very abusive, and told her if she don't come, she'll be suspended. The person did went, and was she and one parent, no teacher was involved or principal was involved. I had to wash this big amount of chicken. Person end up in Cora with the dengue to the worst. She had undergo sick leave for about 4 months. And then the principal tells she hired somebody else to work in she place. So she had lose the job because she was sick.
Or was that legal?
Well, they, as I say, the principal, I did ask the question if the principal had the power to hire and fire, but didn't get no response on that. I did went to the school after various time the person tried with the reverend and what to try to get back she work. She didn't get it back. I then went with my constitution in my hand of the PSA. I walk in the school. It was the SS3, uh, the principal and various people were there. And I just opened the book and I showed the SS3. I said, look, they are breaking the rule. This is our constitution. This person is a PSA member. And denying this person the workplace, you are breaking the rule. You all could be charged. And in minutes, the person was reinstated back with her job.
Wow.
You understand? So this is where we reach. This is how high we are.
Congratulations.
You understand? This is how high we are.
Congratulations.
Because it was about 5 times they keep this meeting with the reverend, with whoever, whatever, and the person was denied. The principal insists this person very abuseful and very this and very that. One thing I will talk. I want to go too long with it. But the moral of the story is that I went in with the constitution of the PSC and I put on, and they did bring the SS3 to get me frightened to show
Tell
me
us what is the SS3? What
school
is that?
supervisor tree,
Okay.
right? And I show him that they are breaking the rule. You cannot deny a person from the workplace.
So since you all have been PSA union members, and I'm sure the faculty is aware that you all are members, how are you all treated?
Well, we could say, let me say, 70% different.
70%.
Vast improvement on things.
Yeah,
that we know.
vast, because as I
Because
say,
they're aware that you're aware of your rights.
yeah,
right.
some of them still don't.
Some principals just say, we have to be careful how we talk. You know, there is a PSA member now, you know. So,
But some principal have,
that's how they deal with it now.
That
But
is
I
good.
say, they realize we're not there again.
Right.
We're trying to uplift ourselves.
That's right.
But like as what I was saying, if the other principal don't know, they will take a victimize that person. But well, in my school, my principal know she know I represent the cleaners and from my area on the South Fernando area. But she knows if I ask for permission for the meeting, then I said, as Mr. Melvin will say, not all principal adapt.
Yes.
Since we joined the union sent a letter to the principal, which that whenever it have a meeting occurring during school time, Mr. Pancho, letter stating he will have to be given time off to the time meeting.
Very good.
Right? And that is something so good that you're not going to leave a job just to go. They was informed by a letter, black and white writing.
Now, Mr. Panchu, how long have you been with the Presbyterian?
Since the 2005.
5. Okay. So you've seen vast improvements.
Vast improvement, especially in my school. Well, actually, they say that is University of San Fernando,
Oh,
Grant Memorial Presbyterian School.
Okay.
Everybody look up to, hey, Grant School. What they doing in school? How they doing in SCA? You
Yes.
understand? So it's a name they're trying to protect.
yes. Well,
It's
that's
all
good.
about name.
That's good.
One of the things is that you see, you mentioned that some of the principal don't know. All the principal know we are represented by the PSA, but some of them fail to acknowledge it inside. They want to show they have power still. And Bamboo Grove Presbyterian is one of them. And that is one we have to deal with. And this is why I can afford to say the name because I was there. And apparently the principal don't want to acknowledge it because he feel he losing power. He want to keep the cleaners under
Down.
slavery, I will say.
Yeah. Slave mentality.
Yeah, because if you are saying that when you see me, you have to get up and do something, that is slavery.
Yeah.
That is slavery. That is
Because everybody's entitled to a lunch break,
right.
a
And
break of some
if
kind.
you do the school, let me just say put it this way: the school have a place to say, okay, this is a lunchroom, and the cleaners choose to go under the tank, which is very dangerous, and still you come and block up that you want them under the mango tree or you want them somewhere. That is, I mean, that shows, that shows abuse.
Yeah.
You understand? That shows. So this is something that, as you say, is a worldwide thing. They have to know. They
Yes.
must know. So that these principal in the future who might come in that bracket will realize, okay, no, we cannot do this anymore. All right. So this is something I will, and I'm very proud of the PSA and this radio station, this station here, that it will our concern, a voice, and maybe in the very near future this will stop up.
Well, I want to say to everybody here, thank you very much for being here today, for making everybody more aware of what, I mean, I can't believe in 2012 we're still doing this. So, Mr. Ramai
Yes.
wishes to share something. I'll have you have the floor.
Yes, I would like to make an appeal to the Minister of Education, the Ministry of Education, the Presbyterian Board, whoever could help us in this for this salary problem, because I have a daughter who wrote the CXC exams in June here, and she's awaiting results. I have one who wrote the CAPE exams, and she's waiting entry for UE. And CAPE results are coming out next week. So if I miss that deadline, I don't have money to pay it. I would be in a serious problem with another year to get into UE. And further than that, my eldest daughter is getting married on Saturday.
Oh my goodness. Our hearts really, really do go out to you. To all
I'm
of you.
appealing. I know the United, they are trying their best, Mr. Calendar and Mr. Watson. They are trying their best to see how soon they can get the matter resolved, but I'm making this appeal to them.
So far, you're being told that by September you all will get paid?
That is what we have been told.
What's going on is that, as I say, every quarter we get the release, the Ministry of Education release money. And as far as the General Secretary know, that they have, Ministry of Education haven't received no monies from the Ministry of Finance or what the case may be. So there's really a 4-month basis. So when they get the salary, they get it for 4 months. You understand? Now, as I said before, the various board, there was with some agreement with the Ministry of Education that they could pay the salaries, and then when they get back the check, they could reimburse it in the coffers. Some of the school does do it, some of the board school does do it. But apparently, the Presbyterian board took a decision to stop doing it because they used to do it before. And after this new board took a decision, so that shows because they abuse, because they could do it if they want, but they say they took a decision to don't do it, right? And that is something that, I mean, we'll get at least 1 month salary, so we could at least hold on to that.
That's right.
Yeah.
But right now, if the Ministry of Education say, okay, they don't have none, well, then we had to go until September. So it's a very, very, very hard.
It's a very stressful.
Absolutely.
It's very stressful.
I don't understand the Ministry of Finance position on this issue, because if the money was budgeted in the last budget, we are still in the current year.
Correct.
So the money is supposed to be there So I don't understand how the Ministry of Finance could be tardy not sending any money to the Ministry of
That's
Education.
right. Do you feel that perhaps a thought is going through my head, and I'm just grabbing at straws, huh? But do you feel that maybe you all are being targeted because you are union members?
Yeah, I yes, strongly feel that.
Strong, yes.
Because
I
why?
believe that. I
The
believe
other
that.
board
Yes.
schools, they did receive at least 1 month's salary.
Yes.
So then why it is that this one, and we are the only board school fully unionized.
Yes.
You understand? So I feel this is why we've been
This is the
targeted.
reason why.
I mean,
yes.
this is just, it's illegal.
Yes,
It's
of
illegal
course.
to have people work and not pay
Not
them.
get
This
paid.
this is our money. We
It's
work for it.
against
This
the
is
law.
We work 2 months too.
2
Yeah.
months.
It's not even just
Salary,
1 month,
yes.
it's 2
And
months.
then you want the school clean up by August.
By
for
August,
school
for
till
September.
Right.
How are you going to get your water? If you don't feed your goat, you cannot eat it.
Correct.
You understand? You need
Correct.
And you would believe that
feed
some people have to travel, cost them, like this person who I was talking about. She they get here a new school, representative at school, and it's costing she about $40 a day.
Wow.
And the sheer way she getting that money to travel,
To travel.
reach to that school
With no money coming in.
no money coming in. So it's very hard.
And some people live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah,
That's
They're
right.
depending on the money
The
to
money
pay the
to-
bills on a monthly
Our
basis.
salary is not a substantial sum.
Mhm.
We take home something like about $300 for the month.
Mhm.
Like people who have pension plans like I do, when it lapses, because we ain't pay the pension plan because that money comes out of from the board to Guardian Life to
Right.
pay the pension plans. So our pension will be lapsed for 2 months.
Right now, I'm expecting courts and RBTT to call me
To
just
start
now.
calling you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, actually, while I was on the waiting room, they did call me. My bank did call me and asked me what went on.
Wow.
Actually, I said, well,
Well,
somebody,
you could ask them to look at the news tonight.
These are
Was it
things-
TV6 or CNC3?
These are things that need to get
CNC3?
across.
TV6.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can let them, if they don't believe you, they can invite them to look at the news tonight, and they will see exactly what's going on.
Yes. Because really and truly, banks don't want to hear your problems, you know, because I have a bank loan also,
Mhm.
and it's $2,000 a month.
This is just
And
unbelievable. I can't
This is
even-
just setting me back because when I do receive my salary and I pay $4,000 to the bank and not putting aside for my kids,
That's right.
what I will be remain what money
That's
can
right.
can remain back for me?
Exactly.
Because it's just like your salary just blowing up in bills.
Correct.
That don't make any
And you
sense.
can't go back for a second loan because they tell you it's a bad thing.
That's
Right.
right.
You know?
Correct.
Yes, it is.
They'll
but-
tell you you have bad credit.
and
Bad
it's-
credit.
and it's not your fault.
And
Yes.
it's not,
It's not your fault.
Yes. Well, I want to say to all of you, thank you very much for being willing to come on the air and air your grievances live here at PSA Radio. We would like to invite you to come back whenever you all feel so inclined
course.
to update us and let us know where things stand, how things are unfolding and continuing to evolve. So I will allow each of you your closing remarks before the interview ends. So we'll start with Mr. Melvin Hussein.
I must say thank you very much. And I must also say thank you for the PSA. Because of the PSA, we have our voice been, all our concern been added so that the whole world can know what's going on.
That's right.
Right? So I must say thank you very much. And also that I know the General Secretary and the President are trying their very best, and God be with them and with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Melvin Hussein.
Hussein.
Hussein. You just heard the voice of Mr. Melvin Hussein. Next, we've got Carol Punwasi. Carol, if you want to share with us your closing remarks.
I'd like to thank you and everyone for giving us opportunity to air our concerns and our grievances and to let everyone know the situation we just be in. And it's not always smiles and everything is okay, but sometimes the things just happen and not know, and you never know what is going on, right? And because we're in a union and they open a lot of eyes, and eventually the principal will learn to respect us and treat us with equal opportunities and things like that. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Carol Punwasi, for sharing. And next, we've got Mr. Kenneth Ramai. Your closing remarks.
Okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity for us to really voice our opinions here. And I hope at the end of the day we would have some resolve. I am again appealing to the Ministry of Finance, if they are tardy in releasing the funds to the Ministry of Education, to please have some compassion for the cleaners. Thank
That's
you.
right. We're all human beings, are we not?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Kenneth Ramai. Next, we've got Mr. Rudolph Bihari.
Okay, what I would like to say to the ministry and to the board, the Presbyterian board, what I would like to voice my opinion and say, and I only hope someone in the ministry or the Presbyterian board will be hearing this. I would like to know what should I do for this time. What could I do? Because I don't have an idea what to do, how to survive until September or until next week. Furthermore, I don't even think I could survive until tomorrow because I waited since last month to find myself some money to buy some groceries. And right now I have none. So I would like somebody to call me and give me a little advice what to do before I go crazy. Because I really don't know what to do. Because I sure, and I personally sure, I talk about myself, I do feel I can take it longer. I really, really, really not upset, but frustrated deep in my heart. I feel personally I could just pass my house straight and just walk and walk in front of a truck. This is how I feel right now. Because I don't know how to face my own life, fathers of my children and them, or fathers to even watch my job where I work. Because I really don't know what to do. Somebody please send a help for me. By advice, money, or grocery. One out of the three.
Thank you, Mr. Bihari. A very, very compassionate expression there. Thank you very much for being very articulate in getting your point across. I mean, thank you for coming here and for sharing your words with us today. Next, we've got our closing remarks, Natasha Mohammed.
Yes, thank you very much. My closing remarks. I just want to thank God for the PSA, for hearing our cries, and for giving a voice to the voiceless, and for hearing our concerns and the problems that we are having today, and not only today, but then and now. And I really, really want to thank God for them, and our prayers will be continuously praying for the PSC to go forward and for helping us each day go by.
Oh, Ms.
Thank
Mohammed,
you.
thank you very, very much for sharing.
Thank you.
Very compassionate words indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for gracing us with your presence today. And finally, the last voice is Mr. Puran Panchu.
Firstly, I want to say thank you for having us and thank the PSA for helping us all the way through, even till now. And I know they will go even till the end. And secondly, from our colleagues together, working together, we're not giving up on each other. So again, I want to say thank you very much and thank you for having us here. Thank you.
Well, on behalf of the PSA, we thank all of you for having the courage, because as was clearly stated today, you said that there are certain persons who are still feeling so intimidated that they're living in a constant state of fear as to whether or not they should speak up and air some of their grievances for greater public awareness. So, to all of you, I mean, congratulations on the courage that you're showing us today and that you continue to show, and to all of us and to other workers, that you continue to encourage them to come on board with the PSA as well, and to basically be aware of their rights and know what they ought to be receiving or what they ought not to be receiving on the job. So to all of you, many, many thanks for your time, for your courage, and for supporting each other in your continuous drive to air these grievances and to have them addressed in a timely manner. And it is my prayer and my hope for you that this gets addressed sooner than later, and that you'll have your salaries and you're able to continue on with your lives, because no one should go a month and 2 months or longer without a salary and not be able to go to the grocery and buy food and do what is necessary, and have bill collectors calling you and harassing you for something that's not even your fault. So to all of you, thank you very, very much for being here today on behalf of the PSA. We want to say thank you for being with us today, and thank you for having the courage to speak out and to use your voice for the betterment of all. Thank you very much.
Okay,
You
thank
just
you very
heard the
much.
interview of union members, PSA union members from the Presbyterian Primary School. We want to say thank you to all of them on behalf of the Public Services Association for gracing us with their presence here at the Public Services Association headquarters on 89 Abercrombie Street in Port of Spain, Trinidad. I'm Karyn, your host. I'm literally signing out this time and leaving you in the very capable hands of Dr. Mike, who will continue to keep you informed and entertained. On behalf of everyone who's here, we want to say a very, very good afternoon to everyone. Make it a safe one, and whatever you do, keep safe. And ciao for now. Keep it locked on PSA Radio, the station that continues to